Hey everybody, give me just a minute. I am working on making sure everything is good to go. Can't see nothing. Okay. Hey. Um, I know it's been a hot minute. Let me see if I can actually hear myself. Everything's kind of weird. Okay, we're good. Hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I know it's been let me get this camera situated because man, it wants to go everywhere. It's been a hot minute since I've been live. Pain. Sorry about this little light, the extra light. I opened up the curtain. I wanted some natural light in here today. And yeah, it took me a few minutes to get things situated. I was trying to turn off this auto tracking, like the camera auto tracks. I was trying to turn that off. That's what I've been trying to do this since I set up the live, because it's a little annoying. But anyway, I just been dealing with my leg issues, my CRPS off and on, and it really messed me up this stuff for Christmas because I had so much I wanted to do. I couldn't get out. There was so much I just wanted to get done, patterns and whatnot, and I just couldn't. I couldn't sit here to film. My legs hurt. And so what I'm going to end up doing is over the course of the next few months, I'm going to end up filming those and putting them up for members only, and then have them released later on when it comes time. So they'll get done. They'll be up for members only for a good 8 months, and then they'll go to everybody else. I'm just going to go ahead and still do them. It's going to be yay. Hi, Ola Joe. Hi, everybody coming in. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you're all doing good. Oh, I need to do something real quick over her. I need to go ahead and get these out. I'm going to show y'all a little few things that I've done, and we can just chit chat. And there's those. Hi, Ellen. Hi, everybody coming in. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to see. I'm not used to the @ handle still. That's annoying. Let me do the last 5 because, yeah, let's get that done. There we go. So after I finished, what was that blanket? The Holiday Jamboree, which that's the blanket I put out. I was going to do it as one video, but I thought doing it up the way I did made more sense. So I broke it up into like 6. And I think that makes more sense with that, especially with that big of a blanket. It ended up being 100 inches by 100 inches because it's a big square, and it's sitting right here, right there. That it's big. It ended up being 100 inches by 100 inches, and which is like 8.5 feet. It's my biggest blanket ever. It took me 5.5 weeks, which was great because it kind of kept my mind off the major flare-ups I was going through. So, but after I got done with that, I've been having an idea at the time. I had to work something up to see if it worked up. So right there's a poncho. Oh, Dee, thank you so much. Thank you. And hello, everybody coming in. I've been wanting to do this too. Give me one moment. Let me find you. I need to do this. Hi, Tony. Haven't seen you in a while, sweetheart. I know your name's here. There we go. And there you are, sweetheart. And thank you so much. Wow, thank you. So it's an easy, quick poncho. It literally, I looked around for ponchos, right? I wanted to see how other creators were doing their ponchos, and I just didn't like it. So I had to see if the idea that I had would work, and it did. I made that in like 3 days, and I made it in the round, so it's a double-ended Tunisian needle hook, and I made it in the round. So it, like I said, took me 3.5, 4 days, give or take. And then I just literally finished something else. Well, half of something else. I was talking about the last time I went live about how I wanted to do a Tunisian flower bouquet blanket. Well, it's almost done. I just gotta film the joining of because it's a complete Tunisian circle. Why? That's the thing I've been trying to turn off for the past 30 minutes, and I can't. But it is a Tunisian circle. Of course, you can see this. It's simple stitch just because it's basic. And I just gotta film the joining of it, and then I gotta figure out how I want the flowers to look. So we're getting there. I'll be filming the rest of this. Once I figure out the flowers, I'll be putting a Tunisian Pico border in green to give it the ruffle leaves, and the other stuff. And then I got to figure out how I want the flowers to look. I have an idea, so I need to play with it and see if it'll work. But man, that light is messing with me. Hi, everybody coming in. Sorry about. I'm gonna open up There we go. Energy drink. I've been up since yesterday again. I'm fighting a flare up, so I've been taking my medication, and they make me hyper, and they make me not sleep. So another thing I'm doing, and it's going to take courses of months and months and months, is I'm buying Tunisian crochet sets off of Amazon. I'm going through getting different ones, and I want to give good. I'm going to be doing reviews on them, so I'm going to be using them. Like I've been using one for that blanket, the flower blanket. It's wood, and it has a very nice tip on it, and it's bamboo. And it has the braided metal cable, like the aluminum ones where they have the braided metal swivel cable. This set has that, but I've been playing with it. I worked up that whole blanket with it, so I can give a really good review. And Diana, if you have, I'm telling you, okay, like this is the 7, right? If you have a set, all you got to do is the forward pass in a 7, and then drop down half a size, and literally just take off your stopper. And all right, dude, we don't play. Hold on, I gotta go to one of these. Oh my gosh, where we got somebody who wants to be dumb, so I need to go to the vertical. so I can ban them. There we go. And let me go to, I'm sorry. I need to, you got people wanting to be stupid. Customize subscribers. There we go. Boom. Oh my gosh. And and do they want to come back and be dumb again? Let's go over here. I got to pull both of them up so I can see. Yeah. All right. But if it's a 7, just take your 6.5, undo your stopper, and it will screw right on in. And then you have in the round. You can do it. That's how I did that big blanket. The hooks that literally, I mean, I made a long one, of course, because I was doing, but but that's all you got to do. And then you have it, 7 and then a 6.5, just a little bit smaller, and you'd be good to go. And you can do in the round. It doesn't matter. You can use the shortest cable or the longest cable, but you can do it. All I have is the very long ones, but I don't like these because they're really rough and you have to beeswax the heck out of them to get them to come in smooth. And I don't have the want to do that. So I just did my cables. Because I remember seeing that, I don't know, years ago that I could do that. And I totally forgot until I was doing the prototype or the workup for the holiday jamboree. And I'm like, oh, crud. No, it was the Hexagardy. That's when I was like, oh, crud. I can do that. But yeah, it makes it easy. You don't have to go out and buy anything. But what I've been, like I said, what I've been doing is buying different sets. The wooden one, it's so that way I can give pros and cons, and they give you options for cheaper sets because you don't need to go out and pay $120 for a set. When these sets are cheaper, we don't know how they are yet. That's why I'm working with them. Here's one set. That's the wooden one. It has a few cons already. Oh my gosh. That's a set. Here's a set. And here's another set that I have got that I'm going to be. And then I've got 5 more I want to order. And then I'm going to go into order some different sets of regular crochet hooks too. It's not just going to be Tunisian. It's going to be regular crochet hooks. And then I'm going to do, there's some beginner crochet kits that I would like to do reviews on. And, that way you guys don't have to go out and pay a lot of money and you can get these cheaper sets that are truthfully, like, I love my metal sets. I like them better than my expensive set. So, I like them better, especially like my blue set. Like I use my blue set all the time and I got 2 of those and I'm going to be ordering a 3rd for a review because what I'm going to end up doing with all these sets, there's going to be like 1 or 2 I'm going to keep for myself. Panda is going to he wants 1. And then the rest, what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to do giveaways, and that's going to be sometime around September. I'll give some giveaways during a regular live. And then obviously I want to do some for my members as well. So because I think it's a total of like 15 different sets. I don't need 15 sets. I've got wait, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8. I don't need any more. And I love my metal ones. They really, they're awesome. You know, I mean, like I use the heck out of my blue ones. What did I just drop off? Oh my. Uh-oh, where are you? Oh, it's on my desk. I don't know, but I use the heck out of my blue ones all the time, and I got two of these sets. So, but I love these. I just like the metal ones. I love the actual point that they have. It's a lot smoother than. Let me see if I can grab this without messing anything up. Nope, I'm not going to be able to. But my favorite set, my Knitter's Pride set, that was like 180 when I got it. They're not as sharp. These, I can get the link for you, Wendy. Give me 1 second to get it. If you don't mind an affiliate link, because I have them saved for my affiliate. See details. But they're $40 right now. And I love them. And they come with, oh my gosh, like I keep watching and keep searching to see if they have an orange set, because orange would be, oh my gosh. But there's the link for the blue set. Yeah, see, I have a gold set that I literally have not used because, well, I've used it here, but I will not use it on camera. I just think it looks too uppity. And hi Vicky and everybody coming in. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to read all the name, everybody here. Like there's that pink set that Panda has. I'm gonna order another one. I'm gonna order another blue so we can, that's so I can give the, I don't have to do a review on the, or I don't have to use them because I already do. But I want to give them when I do all the giveaways in September, early October. I want the blue set to be part of it. They don't like. I can tell you a little bit about this set. The only thing, one of the cons that I don't of this set is it doesn't have a 6.5. It does not have a 6.5. That's the one of the cons right now. But, and I had to break out for that set. I had to break out the beeswax. But using it on that, the Tunisian flower bouquet blanket, actually, at first it really was rough. But after beeswaxing it 3 times, excuse me, and using it, it got really smooth. And I actually kind of like these, but I don't like how there's no 6.5. It jumps from 7, and where they stamp it, and I had to guess that this was 7 because Ellen, I highly recommend the blue set. Let me tell you, oh my gosh, that is my favorite set. If it came in orange, like I was telling Panda, I'd buy one because then I can alternate the orange and the blues because that's our favorite colors. Orange is mine, blues is Panda's. But if they came in orange, that definitely would have been gone in a heartbeat. But yes, I recommend that blue set. Oh my gosh, I've gotten 2 sets, and even the scissors that come with it. I know my scissors are up here. I took them off because I didn't want them to stab anything. The scissors that come with that set are just awesome. They're here. If they were snake, they'd probably bite me. But yeah, well, I can just grab the other set. Is this the one that's got the scissors out? Yes. The thing I don't like about the blue ones, the only thing I don't like is the case. I don't like the case. But other than that, I mean, the case, I do like that it's magnetic though. But other than that, this set is awesome. And the scissors are like the blue and they look like the bird, but they're very sharp. I love the blue set. It's just the case that I don't really like. But, you know, the accessories are perfect. Everything is great with the set. I love it. It's nice and smooth. And I got the first blue set, and then Craig gave me for my birthday Amazon gift card, and I ended up buying a second one because I just like them. And I wanted something because, you know, these silver ones underneath the filming lights will glare the lights. So I needed something that would actually not do that. And because I like the metal, and the blue ones, they don't. Now I just can't really use blue yarn, but you know, exactly, Amber. It's just a little news. It's yeah, but it doesn't take away from the set at all. These metal ones, and I really do think a lot of the metal ones are all made at the same factory. Just different companies end up just packaging them, buying them, and then packaging them. Yeah, the blue set is just exactly like the silver ones. The way they feel, the lightness, and because the metal ones, the blue ones, all have the 6.5s. It's just this wooden set that I got. Let me see these. I think that's the only set so far that does not. Yeah, that has a 6.5. And I think that's the only set. It was these bamboo that didn't have a 6.5, which is weird because a few years ago, yep, yeah, a few years ago, it was always hard to find a 7. Now every set comes with 7, and like this one, I like the case, you know. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of them because I just want to give different options that aren't $140. I think the highest one that I will be getting is $48, and that's the highest priced one. The lowest price was actually this cat one, at 28 bucks, and it's a it's a rainbow set. It has all the sizes from, shoot, is that a 3? It's gonna have to be a 3. Yeah, from a 3.0 to a 10, and it has your cables. It's a nice set. I just don't know how everything's gonna work. I'm guessing they're all kind of made from the same company because I kind of compared them with all of the ones that I have, and they look very similar. And just like I compared these bamboo ones with the metal one, and it looks like they cut them literally from the same mold because everything is pretty much the same. It's like they cut them from the same mold. I don't know, but the Knitted Pride Dream set that was mine and Panda's very first set back in 2012, 2013, somewhere in there when I first started. Tunisian. Yeah, that was our second set. The first set was a very cheap set that I got off of Amazon that had the built-in IV tubing cable cords. That was my very first set back in, I think it was 2012. And then, or was it sooner than that? I don't remember. I just remember Dreams was our second set, and we got that the year we bought this house, which was 2014. And yeah, see, I think, like I said, the Temu and because AliExpress carried them first, the metal, the silver ones, or aluminum, whatever. They carried them first. Then, because that's where I got mine from. And then the very first set I got, well, that was over a year ago. And then Amazon, then Temu started carrying them. And then I want to say, well, it was past 8 months, then Amazon started carrying them. Yeah. Yeah, Jen, my Amazon wish list, I have two. I have the one for MDL Crochet, and then I have one that for me. And what do I do? With that one is where I put these type of things that I want to get to do, reviews on, because people weren't giving honest reviews, especially like with I have seen about 10 or 11 different reviews on, nothing against her, but 10 or 11 different reviews on the T.O. Yarncrafts Tunisian crochet set. And they've all been positive. While I'm looking at them and I can already see some cons to them. And it's like, are people being paid, or are they brown nosing? I don't know. They don't seem like they're genuine, true reviews on those sets. And I just, like even whenever I first did the first review on the first silver set over a year ago, I told y'all, what I didn't like was how sharp they were. Well, I kind of like that now, and people were doing like a swatch with them. To me, a swatch isn't going to tell you jack. You need to do more than a swatch projects. I made a whole blanket with that wooden one, so I know what it is. And I want to give honest reviews. I'm not being paid by nobody. Nobody pays me. And that's why I'm going to be, like, I figured out why certain crochet YouTubers put their own labels on the yarns they're using, because they're not getting paid to mention it. So why give that place free advertising? There's a few YouTubers who do that, and I get that. I'm not going to do that because that's too much printing. That's too much ink being wasted. Well, thank you, Amber. And I don't think I could ever do a paid review, because they tell you pretty much what you're going to say. I don't like that. Exactly, Diana. You don't know what if there's, you just don't know. And I'm wanting to find things that's cheaper. I'm on a budget. Everybody's on a budget. So let's find things that is cheaper. And if I can tell y'all, hey, stay away from this set, even though it is cheaper, stay away from it. Or, hey, this set is very cheap. It's nice. These are my pros and cons. They may not be your pros and cons, but yeah, because like for me, one con was how rough these are. They're rough. The other con is there's no 6.5. And those are what I would count points off. The case, I'm not a fan of the case, but that's a cosmetic thing. Yeah, right, Amber. Yes, Wendy, so true. If you don't believe, you can always tell, in my opinion, or I can, that if somebody's review is honestly their review, or is it something they're being told to say? And that's, yeah. Like, I do love the blue set. I mean, I love the bejeebus out of it. The only thing, and it's cosmetic, you know, besides the case, the one thing I don't like, oh, they're not in here. I combined them. The one thing and it's cosmetic, and it's just me, you know, it's the one thing I don't like about the blue ones. It's the stoppers, you know, but that's cosmetic. You know, it doesn't do anything with the set. And it's because they're paws, you know. I like stoppers that are big. You know, I like these. And I don't, you know, these small ones, because it would go into the cable goes into the bottom there, so they would stick out to me. That's just, it's cosmetic, but you know, there's a purple set of wooden purple ones I'm gonna end up getting, I think, next beginning of the month, because that's my next set to buy. A lot of these reviews won't come out until probably February-ish is when I plan on start doing them. The silver flat ones came with the bamboo ones I'm messing with right now that I'm testing out. That's where the silver ones came from, and I like those. And then I like the ones that come with the normal metal sets. I do like that too. I like them wide, because I have a tendency to use cables that are shorter than the project, so that way it bunches up, and I don't want things to like pop off. Hi Zara. Hi everybody. I'm sorry everybody coming in that I can't say hi. It's kind of hard to see with the chat. The pill medication I'm on kind of messes with my vision a little bit too. It's already going bad. But also with the flower bouquet blanket, I am doing the flower bouquet shawl with it. I'm actually going to be, after I get done here, I'm going to actually kind of start it. I got a bunch of stitches I need to film this week while my legs are good right now. I wish I really wanted to do the Christmas live again, but with the way the left leg has been, no, my right leg has just been going all over the place. I didn't want to commit saying I'll do it, and then 5 minutes into it, I get into a big flare up. My right leg the flare ups have been so unpredictable. I can't even plan my own tutorials around it. Many days I'm sitting over here in the recliner with my legs up watching TV, because I can't sit here to film. I have to keep the legs straight. I have to keep it elevated. And then my medication on top of that. Like, I wanted to do it again, Wendy. It's just when my pain syndrome spread to the right leg and how unpredictable it was. And then from August until, what was it? Almost the beginning of October, that flare up lasted, and it felt like I was having my knee operated on constantly. I wanted to do I just couldn't, because I didn't want to have that happen in the middle of it. And yeah. So while it's, I know when the flare up's coming. I mean, I took a shower before I came, and what happens whenever a flare up's happening on my leg? It's weird. It's weird. When a flare up happens on my leg, when it's about to happen within 12 hours, my leg, one, in the area that it's going to happen in, turns really beet red. Two, my whole leg will be like, um, it was sunburned and the skin's peeling, I will shed. So I know a flare up within 12 hours is coming, and I can kind of prepare, but I don't know what type of flare up is coming. You know, is it going to be like, if it's on my right leg, I broke my toe. It's done that. I've broken my foot. It's done that pain. I've had the multiple knee surgeries on that leg, on that knee, and it's done those. So I don't know what it's going to. Oh, the newest one that started is I had to do last year, or is it the beginning of this year? I think it was the beginning of this year. I had to do a heart angio, whatever, where they go in through your artery and look at your heart. Well, their medication wouldn't numb nothing up, so they just had to do it with me feeling it. Well, that one starts, and so I actually feel that all over again, which is, that's the bad thing about CRPS is we don't know what pain our brain is going to decide to play again. And that's why, you know, I crochet a lot. I just crochet a lot. There's a lot of the Christmas stuff that I had crocheted. I couldn't do the tutorials for because of that, which I will be like I said, I'll be filming those over the course of the next few months, uploading to members only, letting the members have those for 5 or 6, 7 months, and then release them in the middle of August. So I'll have them. Quite a few things I need to film this week. I need to show y'all how to do the Tunisian Jacob's ladder. And then there's a few stitches, my beginning stitches I want to refilm. I don't know if he's watching. I need to see if he's watching. Because if he's watching, I can't give it away. Sam, don't you tell him I'm telling everybody, okay? Because Sam knows we're writing a book. And I have to film some stuff so he can grab pictures for it. So, yeah, Sam knows. But don't tell Panda I told you. Because he won't watch my live. He'll put it up. And yeah, let me go grab it real quick. 1 second. I'm not grabbing the whole blanket. I'm going to grab the piece that's sitting right here. That's my board of blanket swatches that I work up to see if things work. But yeah, Tunisian Jacob's ladder right there. And I want to show how to do it. Because in the video, what's done in the holiday jamboree blanket was done for in the round. Well, I need to show you not in the round, the proper way to do it. Technically 2 books. Yeah. Then there's a poncho. I'm going to be doing this basic poncho. And I did it in Star Trek colors just because I had extra red and there was some black. And I was like, hey, might as well, right? But I want to do the basic one. And then I have 4 cakes of the Michi's Blushing Teal. I know, me too, Sam. I did too. I looked as well. I was like, all right, let me go see. He's at work. So he ain't gonna watch it all. I know that. He'll put it up to play though. That I want to do, because I was going to do a blanket in honor of Michi. And the blanket was going to be, what did I call it? Jewel of the Rhine. Well, I decided it's going to be a poncho in 2-weight, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to end up doing 2 more like that, but with the different Star Trek colors. I ordered the gold and I ordered the blue. And okay, Vicky. And because I've had a few people on our Etsy store message me about Star Trek stuff because they know I'm a big Trekkie. And so I'm going to end up doing that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing it in the Meat Cheese Blushing Teal. I have 4 cakes. Amber, I couldn't tell you right now, because it's going to be different. There's going to be quite a few. That's just like that big one there. That's a 4-weight, and that one's done in, like I said, 4-weight and the simple stitch. I was just playing to see if my idea of how to make it into a triangle with a hole would work. That was just me messing around to see if something that I had in my head would work to make a poncho, if I could use that. And of course it worked because I kept going with it. And so I went that route. I had the one that I'm going to be doing it was a Michi blanket that I was going to do in honor of her, because she's one of my mini yarn sisters here. And because I'm picking people that once I get to know somebody and get to know their likes, dislikes, get to know about them, they inspire me. It's you guys that inspire me to make certain things in honor of people. And I already had the idea that I wanted for her blanket, but then when I figured out my poncho thing would work, I started seeing the poncho in that idea. So I should be able to start that in about 2 weeks, because I need to film a bunch of stuff for Panda. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will, because I think I used, hold on, let me read these, because it's the yarn that I used for that poncho. Oh my gosh, is the discontinued Hirschner's Antiquity. And come here. Tell me how many yards. That's all I'm looking for. Oh, 489 times 2. So pretty much 3, because I have half of 2. So pretty much 489 times 3 is the 4-weight. So I'm not sure. And then I got to write that up. I got a bunch of patterns I still have to write. But I want to film a bunch of things. I want to refilm some of my older ones, because I have a course in mind that I want to create. So I'm going to be filming a bunch of stitches. It's easier for me to film stitches than it is projects right now. Oh, and then this yarn right there, I am waiting for something to come in the mail, or off of off of Etsy, because those 2 hanks right there, it's a 2-weight, and it's cotton. Or is it a fingering? It's a fingering, sorry. I'm going to turn into socks. I'm just waiting for something to come in from Etsy that I ordered. It's stuff you put on the bottom of your crocheted socks so they don't slip and slide. Yeah, Amber, that should work if you could. I'm going to be doing it in a 2-weight. Well, the Michi stuff is 2. Is it a 2-weight? Oh, I lost the tag. Well, they're back there. I got 3 over there. I was playing around with one over here. I think they are 2-weight. I think that is 2. And then I still have to make my bee's knees, which I have that yarn sitting up there. And there's just so much I want to do. It's just I don't know how this is all going to play with my legs when they're going to act up. I just never know. And it really just, it does drive me nuts. There's something I was messing around with. I mean, it's going to be changing, but I was wanting to see, because, you know, I created that stitch pattern, the knotted ridge. I created that like a year ago, and I don't remember what I even used it in that I wanted to create it for. I used it in something. I don't remember. Uh, Let me highlight that comment there. I want to see if I can highlight it. No. Oh, can I do it? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't play with this stuff much. I'm going to keep it right here. But the knotted ridge, I wanted to see what it would look like when I changed the color of the Afghan knot, because I had an idea for something. And this is, of course, me playing around. I changed the color of the Afghan knot. Well, it met my idea. So there's going to be something a headband coming, really cool looking soon. Now, Michael, will you be showing how to make sleeve holes on my idea for the shawl was, because it's for the Tunisian version of the blanket, it's 12 wedges. I wasn't going to knock that down to 9, so it'll be a proper shawl and not a blanket just with a slit down the middle. So I was going to make it a proper shawl, because I do have an idea for a capelet, and I didn't want that to be it, you know. So it will be a proper shawl. Hi, Magic Frog. Okay, sweetheart, be careful. And then there's been a bunch of stuff I've been playing with. When my pain gets bad, I have to have something to play with. And it's Christmas yarn. It's something for Christmas next year. It's the concept of the Tunisian circle, but you keep going and it spirals on top of each other. So it's going to end up being a Christmas wreath in Tunisian. You know, I like to make everything. If I can make it 100% Tunisian crochet, I'm going to do it. And that's why, like with the flowers for that blanket, I'm trying to figure out how I want them to look so I can get that look in Tunisian. Because if I can make it on 100% Tunisian crochet, that's my goal, is everything 100% Tunisian. And then, of course, you know, there's other things I didn't come out with because, like I said, my legs that I will be filming. And Michael got carried away making them, just so you know. Oh no, this baggie is full of Christmas ornaments that I got carried away making, and I wouldn't. And the next thing you know, a major flare up happened, and I wasn't able to sit here for 3 weeks to film everything I wanted to film. So all this stuff will be getting filmed in the next few weeks, next few months, and getting up there for the member, and then everybody else when it goes live in middle of August. So, and yes, Sam, me and Panda has been trying to break down an amigurumi in our head so we could work it in Tunisian, since he's been doing more and more with amigurumis. Like, you can barely see it. Right there is an orange bunny he made me. So, and all this stuff up, all those, what you all have sent me, I keep every card. Oh, and there's going to be a really cool pillow that I'm doing it. It's, you know, in honor of my husband. It's a panda pillow. So there's going to be a bunch of, you know, really cool little projects that are going to be kind of, I don't want to say quick and easy, but, you know. And then I'm going to be starting, I don't know. I need to start his pullover hoodie. because I've got all the yarn for his hoodie, and it's based off of I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. I'm not an anime person. He is, but it's the anime Avatar, The Last Airbender, and the pullover or hoodie I'm going to be doing for that is, I mean, you don't have to change all the colors that I'm going to be changing, but I'm doing it for him, and it's going to have glow in the dark yarn in it too, for when that he goes whatever he does. One thing I'm going to be playing with, I want to play with tonight, because I really don't want to get into anything big tonight, is I want to. Craig asked me, Fiber Spider asked me 5 or 6 months ago to do a proper Tunisian kaleidoscope, not just changing colors, but to do it properly, and because he's never seen it done. And I had to think about it, and now I'm about to work up a concept. I'm going to be playing with that tonight, because I'm probably going to be up till tomorrow. This feels like when it's going to be one of those 48-hour nights. So I'm going to be playing with it to see if I can get it to work the way I do. And if it does, and if it works the way I want it to do, then the Moroccan tiles inspired blanket, which I'm calling Moroccan Symphony, I'll be able to do it. And so I'll be working on that tonight. I mean, it's not going to take me long to figure out if it's going to work or not. What do you mean the jelly roll style? What's that? You have a link to that? Because I don't know what that is. Rat Black, I'm not going to be able to this year because with the CRPS spread to my right leg, it's becoming so unpredictable that I don't have much of a warning of when it's going to flare up. Unlike my right leg, or left leg, I know when it's going to look or going to flare up. I have a really good advanced warning. My right leg, I haven't learned it enough to, because it's 6 months new, so I really have no idea if it's going to flare up in 5 minutes or not. Okay, let me look that up, because that sounds interesting. Knitting. Oh my gosh, Michael, learn to type. I need to look, because I may be able to do it. Oh. That's... Oh, it's just making strips and join as you go. Yeah, yeah. I could do one like that. I know somebody, trying to think, Rhonda, I've been still trying to think of something that she asked me to do. Yeah, it is very possible in Tunisian. It's just really, it's join as you go. That would make it a lot easier than having to sew each panel together, or each strip. But that's how I made my first blanket in Tunisian, because all I had was a regular crochet hook when I first started. No, Vicky, it's just StreamYard. Yeah, I just have StreamYard. But no, yeah, that's all it is. But Bronda Rhodes asked me to make one that was going to be easy, but with basic stitches. That I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to do that. Now you just gave me the idea. Where's this ain't permanent marker, right? That dry erase. I'll be right back. Jelly roll. 5 basic stitches. Bingo, got it. It's on the board. Yeah, and because I've been wanting to make one that would be so, like, I want to put all the 5 basic stitches into a blanket, but you know, trying to combine stitches to make those stitches to make a stitch pattern just didn't look good in my head. That would be a very beginner friendly, perfect beginner friendly blanket. Panda makes work for me all the time too. All the ideas. Let's see. And then there's one that, oh, what is her name? I know her name. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Yeah, I wanted, because I used to have all my swatches up there, and then I moved the room around, and I was taking my swatches off so I could reorganize them, and I spilled something all over them. So, what is her name? Bonnie. She sent me a picture months ago and asked me if this is possible in Tunisian, which it is, because I started working on it before I got my flare up, and I got to find it. And it's really just one of those blankets where it's here. I don't know why I have so many screenshots of my phone timer, but I do. I think it's every time I hit snooze, I accidentally take a screenshot. And then I have history stuff like I save because it inspires me. Like that picture right there, you know, it's inspired me to make a blanket, and that's an ancient Egypt artifact that it inspired me for a blanket. So I have a lot of that historical stuff in here. But my gosh, where is it? I don't know where it's at. But basically, it's where you have the strips and that you actually weave them together. And I started it before I got the flare up back in August. And yes, Vicky, like there's that one inspired me for a certain thing, and then nope. There's one in here. Oh gosh, that is, yeah, that too. But I think that was, nope, that's not the one that inspired me for. There's one that inspired me for a blanket that I'm calling the Pharaoh. Um, I just gotta. It's a zoom close up. I know what I took, but it'll be like very Egyptian-y. That's not it. I don't know where it's at, but yeah, it's very Egyptian-y, and it's inspired me to do one, the Pharaoh, which I'm gonna have to. I have 10 skeins of the pound plus of mustard. I want to do like the Pharaoh in charcoal and mustard, and then I've got I'm gonna be doing a lot. I'm trying to keep, like I say, I do a lot. Granted, a lot of it's sitting over here because I have to keep my legs up. So some things don't get filmed when I want them to get filmed because of that reason. But I keep my time frame and my mind on. I'll be able to film it. What? No, wait. Michael's brain just makes sense of these things. And no, thank y'all. I mean, and I've got dry erase boards here, there. Well, roll up here, because this is a closet that I took all the yarn out and moved my desk in. So that, because we live on a corner lot, and that's a major road there, and at times you can kind of hear it when I'm filming. So in here, I can muffle it as much as I can. So there's I had that huge roll up dry erase that I put on the door, and I had quite a bit left over. So I put some here in the closet and then right outside the closet. And that's where ideas go on these boards. I add more than I take off. And some of mine are still, a lot of my ideas are still written here too. But yeah, I use grafting paper, my notebook. Mine. But, and this is where I also write down my notes for my patterns. When I'm actually working something up, I'll write it down in that. I've got like 12 of those still somewhere. Oh, there they are. So yeah, I use a lot. Right, Sam. But like there's a Reddit. I follow a few. Well, I follow a lot of like historical. One of them I can't say the names here because YouTube will. But it's called Artifact. And it shows a lot of like ancient Egypt and ancient Roman, Celtic, all that ancient stuff that they find. Some of that is inspired. You see it and you're like, oh my gosh, you're seeing the pattern and the intricate work that is even like say on a bracelet. And you know, to me, I see a pattern. I see a blanket there. You know, and there's a lot of nature ones that I follow, and because I see pattern, I see blankets, I see ideas. I don't look at it. Oh, look at the beautiful trees. No, I look. Oh, look at the beautiful blanket that would make. That's what I see. My mind's always going with blankets or ideas like that. And you know, there's a bunch of like ancient jewelry subreddits that I follow too, that, and even ancient coins. You know, those give me ideas galore. And because I'm gonna be this blanket, my next Irish themed blanket, because I got Ireland, but the next Irish themed blanket is going to take me months to do, because it's going to be, I know the idea and the design I want, but I need to make it work. I need to make it work without, I want a cables effect without doing cables. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I want cables without doing cables, because I'm trying to keep everything as beginner friendly as I can. Now I know some things I just can't, you know, like that right there. There was just no way I could keep that beginner friendly. But I know there's a way to do mimic cables in crochet. I want to do that in Tunisian. And this pattern for the next Irish themed one is called Mostour. Mostour means my treasure. And then I still have a bod conversion. My gosh, I still have all that stuff I got to do. No worries, Vicky, sweetheart. And hi, Vima. I'm doing all right today. Hope you are too. And because of this round blanket, I'm gonna be. I know it doesn't take long to actually do this. Believe it or not, it doesn't take long to do the circle blanket in Tunisian. I did this in 3.5, 4 days, but you know, I have 12, 13 plus hours here. but it's not as long as a blanket would be. So that right there, I had idea, and I've been trying to figure out how I could do it in Tunisian, the stained glass. Well, that right there just told me how I'm going to do it. That blanket did. So I'm going to be working up a Tunisian stained glass. I want it to be a circle because I can square it off if I want it squared off. I'm not sure how I want the finished look. I know how I want the circle to be. I want the circle to be the stained glass window. But how do I want to do everything else? I'm not 100% sure. So I'll have to figure that out. Do I want a border to go around it, or do I want to square it off like I did with? Oh no! Like I did here. Do I want to square it off? I'm not 100% positive of how I want it to look yet. That's got to go back here. So there's just trying to figure that out. And yeah, Sam, and see, because I've been talking to Panda about it, and he's like, oh, use this yarn. I was like, but I don't want to use that yarn, which is the Picasso. He's like, use the Picasso. I was like, I don't want to, quote unquote, waste the Picasso on that when it's meant for a butterfly shawl that I still want to do. And then we both remembered, oh, we have 30 skeins of each color of the bitty stripes. So it's going to be done that. But I'll be doing the poncho. Like I said, I got to film some stuff this week for Panda and myself. And then I need to finish the flower bouquet blanket and the flower bouquet shawl. And then I will be filming the basic poncho. It's going to change up a little bit because I want to use this style because Craig, when he saw it, he mentioned something that kind of really stuck. I'm going to be doing this poncho, of course, a little bit more intricate because I've got the Michi one that I'm going to be doing, but that one's going to be called, the one that I'm going to be doing very intricate with Pepto-Bismol pink yarn in 2/8 will be called the Jackie Kennedy, because I figured out how to do a pillbox hat. So it'll be a pillbox hat with a elegant Jackie Kennedy inspired shawl or poncho. Gina, I have, and that's on my list as well, is to do a cocoon blanket. I still got a bunch of baby stuff I want to do. The baby cocoon. There's some baby clothing that I've actually want to do as well. So yeah. Hi, Carmen. So there's going to be a lot. I mean, there's a lot that I want to do. It's just getting to it. My list keeps growing before I can knock stuff off. But yeah. Oh, now. If you, oh my God, I can't talk. Y'all remember the Big Twist cherry mix, Jello lime? I'll get it. Well, it was these colors, but then they also had the Perplex, which I have messed on over here. They also had Pool Time, which I only have 3 or 4. Anyway, Hirschner's is actually relabeling them to B like the word B dash shady, BE shady. And they have all of them. They're out of this one right now, but they have all the other colors. I only have 3 of these left, so I'm going to be, as soon as this one comes back in stock, I'm going to be ordering another 20 because I still have 20 of these. then I just ordered 20 of their version of Pool Time. So that if you like these colors that they had, they just relabeled these. And the reason why they had to relabel them was the contract with Big Twist. Like Michael's had to relabel Posh, Baby Bear, something else. I don't remember. What was the other one? So Hirschner's has to relabel those, which is fine, whatever. At least we, their B stitched colorways are not Big Twist. But if you want to try them, you can. I don't know how they would be, because I know they're keeping regular all the other Big Twist colors, but I know their B stitched isn't. Their B Whimsy is when Big Twist did a knockoff of Hobby's Carousel yarn. That was B Whimsy, which was, I don't remember what it was called in Big Twist. And I don't know the B Bougie. I think that was the Juicy Couture. I think by looking at it, it looks like it was the Juicy Couture. I don't know, Vicky, that is pretty weird. That is pretty weird. I don't know why you can see people on your phone, but not the computer. Wow. No idea, sweetheart. I saw a link. Oh, and also before I let y'all go, because I'm going to have to use the restroom and eat lunch. January 1st, our Etsy prices will be changing. And that's just because we want to equalize our prices. Everything will be the same price, because we got patterns prices kind of all over the place. So we're going to equalize it. Everything will be all one price. Some things are going to come down. Some things are going to go up. And they're going to be, we're just making everything the same price. The crocheted items, that's a different story. I know some people have complained about the prices of, like say, a blanket that's up there for $200 and something. The thing with that is it's Tunisian. One, it takes twice as long and twice as much yarn. So those items will still be the same. I know Panda wants to start, because he made his own bunny pattern. So he's been working on it to perfect it. And I know he wants to start doing that, because what we're trying to do is, Panda's back has been getting worse and worse and worse. And we won't know anything until he has an MRI. Well, we still won't know anything until after that. But his MRI is on the 27th. And we won't know anything. And it's just been getting worse and worse. So bad, like this week, he's only working 2 days. That hurts us. But I am... Okay, Lori. Be safe. I'm not... What's what I'm looking for? I don't want him to get hurt more. You know what I mean? And which is kind of hurting us a little bit, but we will survive. So that we're going to start kind of depending on, for what he's not making there at work, trying to make that up at the Etsy store, because we just, his income is cut down in half, and it's probably going to go lower because his back is getting worse, and we don't know what to do. He can't file for disability yet until a doctor says. They won't. So it's like, we just wait and see now. So, so those prices, we'll be putting up a bunch of crocheted stuff. Some things I will still do, like the giveaways for. And then there's just some things, it's like, well, let's put it up, do what we can do. There is going to be, I just got to take the pictures, between 70 to 80 cakes of the Lucky Brand bamboo that'll be going up for sale. I have to sell it. One, it's That box is over 50 pounds. There's no way I can mail that to anybody to give it away. We're talking an arm and a leg for that one. So we're going to end up that and the help with the income missing. I got to get it up. Yeah, Gina, it's getting worse with him, and the doctors aren't wanting to cooperate. Well, finally, one is. It's a neurologist is finally saying there is something wrong. We need to find out what. So we'll be getting there. But thank you all for joining me. I know it's been a while since I've been live. It's probably going to be another while. I just don't know when I'm going to be good to do a live. Like, I just don't know when my legs are not going to be flared up to be able to sit here as long as I have. So I don't know when the next time I will be live is. I wish I could be more consistent. I can't right now until I can learn the right leg, and the right leg is the issue. The left leg, I know when it's going to go, I even know when the way it starts flaring up, what kind of pain I'm going to go be in, and I can deal with it. The right leg, I just don't know. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Be safe. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope to see y'all sometime in the next week or two. I really don't know. I wish I could say. And I'm sorry I can't, but I will be putting out videos. We do have a few filmed already. I got to get more filmed. But I just wanted to pop on, let you guys, talk to y'all. So I know it's been a hot minute. But I want to thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all very much. And I do lurk a lot. I really do. But love you all, and I miss y'all. And hopefully I can be back soon. I'll be back as in live. I'll be here. So y'all have a Merry Christmas. Love y'all. Bye. And there we go. It's been